Hey everyone, Chelsea with the Champagne Agency. Here to talk today about 5 questions that we always suggest our clients to ask before purchasing a home. A quick check-in with your agent before the purchase of a home can save you time, money, and headaches down the road. So the 5 main questions we always tell people to ask before purchasing is, are there any red flags? So how's your roof look? Are there any prior claims on the home? What's the distance to a fire hydrant, fire station? Those are all things that insurance companies look for as far as like how high of a risk it is, right? The farther you are from a fire hydrant or fire station can cause not red flags necessarily for the carrier, but it is certainly a factor in your premium. What's the estimate replacement cost? So in the event of a total loss, what would be provided to you to completely rebuild your home if needed? Is your roof covered at replacement cost or actual cash value? We here at the Champagne Agency always like to have replacement costs because it is the better coverage for you. And then another question we always like to confirm if you need water backup, service line, any endorsements like that, right? Because those aren't automatically added to home policies. Those are endorsements. So water backup, if you have a finished basement, we always suggest having that water backup and at a higher limit, right? You always want to make sure that your personal belongings and things in your basement are going to be covered. So, and service line, that obviously is going to be the service line from your home to the road. That also can be big jobs. We see here, we get claims calls all the time that people have to have that, their service line dug up. That's not a cheap job by any means. So that can be upward of $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 jobs. And, if you don't have that coverage, it's going to be a full out-of-pocket expense. So we do like to have that in there as well. And then, let's see, are there any separate percentage deductibles for wind and hail? So typically, carriers, you have a deductible for all perils if you need to file a claim, and then there is a separate deductible for wind and hail. Some carriers, each carrier does a little different. Some carriers you can match. So say you have $1,500, all perils, and wind and hail. Other carriers have a minimum for wind and hail, so let's say $2,500. And then some carriers do a percentage of coverage A. So the percentage of coverage A, typically is a higher deductible. So you do want to confirm with your agent what you have exactly, right? You have a wind and hail claim, or you want to file a claim, but you have a $7,000 deductible that you weren't aware on. That can be, a shock to some, most people, I would say. So you do want to confirm that with your agent. If you have questions or if you're in the market and you're looking at homes, you can always give us a call. We can definitely take a look at it for you, go over everything, see if we see any initial red flags, and then we can go from there. So if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call, and we'd be happy to go over everything with you. Have a good day. Bye.